Good morning, my Galilee family and friends. This is Paula once again on a Friday Focus. I hope you've had a good week. It's been a really busy and productive week, but aren't they all at Galilee? We just had our last Lenten service this past Wednesday and our lunches and dinners, and they've been really great this year. They've been really well attended, and I got some ideas for next year, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Um, what we're here to talk about is what we're going to focus on for next week. And I'd like to read you this that I found. It's a friend of used to be a customer, and now of course we're still friends. And she wrote this thing about choices matter, and it just hit me. And I'll tell you why in a little bit. A group of friends visited their university professor, and soon their discussions turned into complaints about stress and tension. So he offered them coffee. He came back with all the coffee in different cups. They were beautiful cups. They were plain cups, ordinary cups, expensive cups, crystal cups, all kinds of cups. And when they all had their cups of coffee, he said, if you noticed, all the nice looking cups are taken. You've left the plain and ordinary behind, excuse me. And every one of you wanted the best cup. That's your source of stress and tension. What you really wanted was coffee, not the cup. But you still went for the best cup. If life is coffee, then jobs, money, status, and love are the cups. And the reason, that hit me was because I started to think about, it was several years ago now, we had a LWMLT at Chartwell Country Club, and a few of us got there early, and the place settings were absolutely beautiful, the teacups were beautiful, but then it was suggested if we wanted to, we could change our cup, exchange it for another. Well, we immediately started running around to find that perfect cup. And then some of us, when we found that perfect cup, thought, well, maybe there's one even better than that. And then this whole thing about the coffee cups made me so look at that whole situation, and it was like, wow, it wasn't about the cup. It was about our fellowship. And I must say, I'm ashamed of ourselves, and hopefully I would act a little differently in the future, because we're never going to be totally content and peaceful if we're always looking for the best cup. So anyway, when you're choosing things, don't worry about the cup. What we should be choosing is Jesus. And I think we all know that. But sometimes I think we get sidetracked, and maybe not put him first, like he's not our priority, and we know he should be. And especially when you think about now Easter coming, it's like that's all we should be thinking about. So if you want abundant life, they say, choose Jesus. Well, who wouldn't want that? And so I was reading John 10, verse 10, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. So when you're choosing Jesus, you're choosing life. And then John 17, verse 3. Now this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. Wow. It just makes me just have a big smile on my face and makes me feel safe. I think safe is a good word. Jesus said the way to the Father is through the Son. And if we have a relationship with Jesus, then we know the only one and only true God. So, to me it just makes sense. Choose Jesus. And I think we really need to concentrate on that. Well, and another one is joy. Um, Joy to me is different. I've probably talked about this before. It's been several years now. But I don't think joy isn't like happiness. It's nothing against happiness, but I think happiness is fleeting. So if we're just searching for happiness, I don't think we're never going to get it. You're never going to have contentment because I find joy is more like that. Joy is you feel happy inside, not the right word, joy, because you know God is in control. So even if you're going through something bad or uncomfortable, which we all do, we feel deep down that God is in control because we know we we don't have control, and we have the feeling that that He'll get us through it. I find that is the joy. Um, but there are times when I think we know and I'm the same way, focus more on ourselves and in the situation to see God's goodness. Um, but I've looked back at some of the tough times in my life, and boy, thinking, oh, He was there. Because I couldn't have gotten through it if He hadn't been there. And He's faithful beyond measure. Um, and I know He wants us to worship Him and be grateful, and we should be grateful. I mean, oh my goodness, just thinking about all the things that are going on in the world, we should be so grateful. And we have so many reasons to thank Him. And I know I try to remember that because it's easy to pray when you're asking for something or somebody, you're praying for other people that are going through bad times, and that's good and we need to do it. But we should be thanking Him every day. Every day. First thing, thank Him. Really thank Him that we were given another day. So I was reading Psalm 102. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before Him with joyful songs. When we do this, we do find ourselves less stressful and more grateful, and then you're gonna feel the joy. And I always think of the kids' song that we sang in Sunday school and Vacation Bible School. We've got the joy, 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 joy down in our heart. I would sing it, but I'd be afraid Joel was watching this, so I'm not going to do that. So anyway, there's this other little thing. I found this paragraph about the pessimist and the optimist. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The leader adjusts the sails. So we need to adjust our thinking, and we need to choose Jesus and joy. So that's where we're going to end. However, we're going to end, but for the coming up week, which is, Holy Week, we have Monday, Thursday services, and noon and 7, and then Good Friday, noon and 7. That's next week. And then, of course, we have Easter. And I want to show you the postcards. I think we still have some, so you can pick them up this weekend, Palm Sunday weekend, and still give them out to your neighbors, family, and friends. We have our sunrise service at 6:30, really early. It's going to be gorgeous, I'm sure. And then we have our 8 o'clock service, and then our 10:45. After the 6:30, we will be having like a continental type breakfast thing, pastries and bagels and coffee and juice. Between after the 8 and before the 10:45, so around 9:15, something like that. It'll be a huge family breakfast brunch type thing, and that's always great, always well attended. There's sign up in the Narthex. We really do have a lot of donations, but we could always use more because it really is a lot of people. And then this Saturday we have our Easter egg hunt. They have a welcome at 10, a lesson at 10:15, And then the Easter egg hunt is at 10:30, and sometimes we'll be over in 15 minutes. But it's always fun to see the little ones, and it's nice that we have a little lesson for them before they do that. I know, I'm pretty sure it's Saturday evening. Forgive me, I'm not sure the exact time, but you can get in touch with Dylan. The youth groups, and they get together and they have this Easter egg hunt inside the church. It's all dark. They have flashlights. Now, I think that sounds wonderful. Gail and I think that we should have one for us. Maybe have to talk to Pastor about that. But there's so much going on, and looking forward to seeing all of you on Palm Sunday and then Easter. And so for this week, coming week, please always remember to choose Jesus and joy. And if you have a problem with that, or it's not going your way, or you're just having a little difficulty, you know what you can do. Always look up. Until the next time, bye.